Hey guys, welcome back. This is Chuck, the David Business, doing some beginners tutorials for WordPress. Hopefully you guys have got some good information out of the videos we've been posting. I know a lot of people have been asking for some help. So today I'm just going to talk about some basic, settings, the user settings tools, just some basic. You just started your blog, you just started your website. Some good things to know about coming in and making sure that everything's kind of set up correctly before you get too far into it and start, running into some problems. So some of the good stuff to do is just, once you've downloaded your WordPress and, you have this, you're at your dashboard, you got everything good, is just go check out your profile. So go to users, your profile, and you want to just make sure you have all the information in here correctly. So it's real basic. You should be able to get all this information. Show toolbar when navigating the site. Yeah, I mean, you're probably gonna want to do that. Your username, password. Put in all of your social accounts, email, Twitter. Whatever you have in here, Instagram. You can do a little bio here if you want, and then if you ever do need to change your password, this is where you do it. So that's just your basic user information. Users, your profile. So then we'll move on to settings. So usually when I start a website, I've started a bunch recently, the first thing I do is I go through every single one of these just to make sure I'm not forgetting anything and everything kind of looks right. So, you have the title of the site, your tagline. The tagline is good to keep short. It's something that can show up at the top of someone's website, and it's good for a keyword search from Google. So make sure it's relevant. Some people have some crazy taglines that make sense if you explain it, but in a Google search they're not going to help you any. So this is my brother's fly fishing site. So the tagline, fly fishing tips and tricks. I mean, all five of those words are things that people could put into Google when looking for information that's on this site. So go on down here. Some versions of WordPress for some reason will check this box. Anyone can register. Make sure as soon as you start your site, make sure that you uncheck that box, because there are trolls out there that run programs that look for that. They just try to log in to every single WordPress account out there, and then if you have that box checked and this set to editor or administrator for whatever reason, then you just lost your website, because they will sign in and then they'll be able to lock everything out. They'll be able to take all of your information and basically they'll be able to run your website. So make sure that you don't do that. Keep this at subscriber and keep that unchecked. Put in your time zone, date format that you want to show up on the site. I mean, it's all self-explanatory, but it's good stuff to just go through, so you know that you have, what's in here, and what, if something comes up later, you know where to find it. So we go to writing is the next one. Post category will ask you standard categories. Stuff doesn't really matter that much. It's just preference. Post format, standard. I don't really mess with this stuff much, but you may have some preferences. Now go to reading, the next one. So this is the home page right now. Ours set, so the latest posts just go on there, because it's just a blog. But a lot of people use this, and a lot of my other websites I use a static page, which means that you set your front page to always be the same. Which, like you've seen a lot of websites where the front page will always be the same. So for most of you, if you're doing a regular website, you're going to want to go to this reading and select a static front page, and then you're going to have to create a page. Home is usually what it is, the first one, and then that page will be your front page always. But for this blog's purposes, we like it to rotate, so it's always just going to be the latest post. And then you can pick how many. I usually do like 5 posts here. And then for each post, do you want them to be able to read the entire post, or do you want them to just read a little bit and then click read more? And that's what I usually do. I do the read more, so it's not, so the web page isn't 20 miles long. And then there's no reason to ever check that box. Discussion. Alright, there's a lot of information here. Most of the ones that are checked, pre-checked for you, are going to be what you're going to want. It's pretty much checked the way that you're going to want it. There'll be few exceptions to ever really check these, but go through and read them. If you have any, real complaints with any of them, or if there's something that you're trying to accomplish that you want one of these checked, go ahead and go through them, but just make sure you read them so you know what they are. Media. This is going to talk about what your thumbnail size is. I always use this default because 150 is a good thumbnail size. And then these are your photo sizes, but it's all basic. I don't really mess with that. Permalinks is just going to talk about how you want stuff to show up up in the web browser. So, I always like to do the post name just because it's easy to remember, and when I'm trying to go to pages, if I'm typing it in, it's easy for me to remember. But you can set it up with date, however you want. These are plugins that I'm not going to worry about right now. And then, the sitemap is too. So this XML sitemap was just is a plugin to help get your website indexed by Google, which we'll do another entire thing on. So that's it for settings. Tools. I don't use the tools too much. They're pretty much set up the way that I've always wanted to use them. I've never really messed with them very much. So, but if you want, it's good to go through here and at least know what's in your website. So yeah, that's it. And then, once you're done with that, user tools, settings, go through that stuff. Now you're ready to kind of get started and do some posts. Start looking at the appearance of your theme. Choose a theme if you haven't already. We'll do another video for that. But I just wanted to go through and give you an idea of what the initial settings and everything look like. So if you have any questions about anything, want me to elaborate, please let me know and I'll get back to you. And thanks again for watching.